so the Super Bowl has come and gone, and today we're going to talk about the Lady Gaga performance. We're also going to talk about the commercials. So Lady Gaga, if you're a fan of hers, she did a pretty good job. It was kind of a standard display. It wasn't anything extremely exciting. She kind of just did her basic songs. So a lot of people said she did phenomenal because that's Lady Gaga, but I don't know about you. It was okay. They did say, though, that 4 million people tuned in just for the halftime show and actually did not watch the actual football game, so she had something going on there. So let's move on to the commercials. So they were kind of a disappointment if you were watching them. I guess over all the years, and we've kind of built up this hype of what was going to come, what's to be expected, and this year I think really disappointed a lot of people. So some of the memorable ones were the avocado commercial, the Justin Bieber T-Mobile commercial. I saw some people said they liked the Doritos one with the droid, but all in all, they really weren't that good. There were a lot of episodes being aired about Fox that were coming up, so there wasn't a lot of excitement. It was actually kind of disappointing. And I went back and I did some reviews on the commercials and why maybe people weren't actually tuning in and why they weren't being made. And apparently, the companies are starting to say that there's a few reasons why they're not investing in these, and that is their viewership of the NFL has been down. Two, they're saying that these commercials are too risky. They're too expensive. One of the things that they said that they were actually uncertain of the outcome if they actually did a commercial, because social media has really started to take over. People really go to social media within seconds of seeing a commercial and they're posting things, and the commercials are now saying that it could actually hurt their business instead of helping it, and it's really not worth that $5 million price tag if it ends up hurting their business. So will we start to see a change next year in the commercials, the price of the commercials? We'll see, because for a long time that's been a lot of reasons why people tune in to watch the Super Bowl. So we'll see. Time will tell. So going on to one of the next hottest couples that people are starting to talk about, and it's Selena Gomez and The Weeknd. Initially, when they first started to date, people were saying that it was kind of made up, it really wasn't true, but this weekend they were seen in West Hollywood. They were in a booth all snuggled up, holding hands, and then they got into a car afterwards and drove away. They were also spotted in Italy in January, so from everything I'm seeing now, and TMZ is reporting, is that they are the hottest couple going on right now. So I think they're kind of cute. I think it'll be fun to tune in and see what happens with that couple. Moving on to February 12th, the Grammys are coming. And sometimes in the past years, there have been some controversial things that happened at the Grammys, so we'll get to tune in and see what happens there. But we do know that for Album of the Year, we're looking at Adele with 25, we're looking at Lemonade with Beyonce, we're looking at Justin Bieber, Purpose, and Drake has his Views album, and then A Sailor Guide to Earth by Sturgill Simpson. I'm not quite sure who that is, so we'll see if he ends up coming up with Album of the Year this year. It's also always going to be exciting is to see who shows up with who, obviously, who's wearing what. Lately, the guys have been kind of shining, so we'll get to see who shows up in a really awesome outfit that hasn't been from the past, doesn't look like everybody else's. So that'll be fun. So I hope you guys tune into the Grammys, and we'll get to talk afterwards who wore what best, and again, who came out on top. So that'll be exciting to watch. So it just came out recently that Ivanka Trump's clothing line is being pulled from Nordstrom's and TJ Maxx. And then President Trump actually weighed in on it and said that it was wrong that this was happening. So my question is, should he be getting involved? One, this is outside of his scope of the presidency, but it is his daughter. And do you think it's okay, because people don't like President Trump, that they start to pull his daughter's clothing line? Now, she is starting to get involved in her dad's political career, so that might have something to do with it. So I guess we'll try to see what happens as time goes on. Now, I know Nordstrom said that it was because of declining sales. Now, the Trump backers actually say that they're going to start to boycott the Nordstrom store. So we will see what happens as time goes on, and whether or not this is going to be kind of a downfall for her clothing line, and what other things that she's backing. I'm not quite sure. So it's kind of a political thing. It's kind of a fashion thing. So we'll see what really happens with that. So, all right, ladies. February 14th is coming up, and we know that ladies love Valentine's Day. I have to ask though, I know here in Ohio, I don't know outside of here, but we have Sweetest Day, and I know people make a big deal about that. But Valentine's Day is supposed to be so much bigger and so much better than that. I have half of my friends who celebrate it, and I have another half who don't. What is the hottest thing that women want for Valentine's Day? I think it is a romantic dinner, maybe some chocolates, flowers, especially at work, so they can show them off. But when it comes to the guys, what do they really want? I don't think a lot of guys really care about Valentine's Day, and I know some girls like to get them candy or they like to get them teddy bears, and I'm not quite sure if they really like those. So girls, I suggest kind of hinting around and asking your man what would be his ideal Valentine's Day gift, and don't get upset if it doesn't turn out to be what you think he should have. So let us know what your Valentine's Day plans are. Go ahead and message us at the end of this video if you want, and we'd love to hear your comments.